Hi folks, it's been a while since I did my video when I bought the trailer. I've done a lot to it since I bought it. I love this thing. So why don't we go over my 6-7 month review of my interstate trailer, my load runner, and go over the modifications I made and where it's going in the future. Let's take a look at it. So let's open this beast up and I'll show you what I've done, and we'll talk about stuff I'm going to do. So what you're gonna have to do is get you some nice locks. Now these were highly recommended by Interstate TrailerPlus, who I bought this from. These are kind of hard to break into. Now these locks are only going to keep an honest man honest. A thief going to steal anything out of your trailer, they're going to take a grinder and cut it right here. They're going to steal your trailer if they want it. This just slows down an honest man. Just be honest, okay? But these are good. As that tumbler goes in, you just lock it, and it's kind of hard to break into. Once again, a grinder cuts this piece of strap steel here, they're going to open this thing up. Ain't a lock on this trailer, as hard as it is to break into, that a thief can't get into easy. Hell, they can cut through the side of the trailer if they want to with a grinder. Don't even have to have power. You can have a battery operated. But that's why I got insurance. Ain't nothing I hate worse than a thief. You better hope I don't catch you if you're breaking into my stuff, because you won't like the outcome. And that ain't a threat, that's a promise. Nothing worse than a thief. Handles here to grab it. You can grab it on either side. Both latches are open, you just simply pull. You never want to use the cable to lift or put it down. It's got a spring like a garage door up inside. I'll show that to you. I can do this with one finger. Got mine with the flap down rear section here. Full piano hinge the whole distance. Some trailers aren't built as well. This is a good one. So let's go inside this thing. Spare tire was extra. I talked him into throwing it in. Full size spare. You'll note some of the items I've done to it. It's the TrailerTrike system from Harbor Freight. Put them in several locations. Up here in the front, I built the shelf cross top using the same brackets. The TrailerTrike system, this shelf's built in. You can see that it's attached up here on 3 points. So the shelf can come out, this shelf here. Also got 12-volt lighting system in here. And I'll be turning that on here in a minute. I got two 12-volt lighting systems in this rig. I've got the one that came from the factory is this one. I came off this, wired in a shelf, and all these lights up here that you see are wired in as well. I've got them throughout the rig here. We'll turn them on here in a minute. I'm not done with that system yet. I'll tell you what I'm going to be doing. This is a Harbor Freight shelving system that I bought. It's a pretty cool rig. Got it on sale. It's simply a nail. I drill the hole down through here. Put an eye bolt at the bottom drawer. Simply run it in. This keeps the drawers from opening when you're going down the road. I can probably improve on this system a little bit, but this is my prototype. This has got a nail as well. You just simply pull that nail out. And then you can get the Nails. We got all my stuff for my bikes and trikes in here. My strapping systems. Some more tools. Haven't really delved this all in yet, but I'm working on it. A lot of my E-Track system stuff's in here. I'll show you how these work. This system that I put in here all comes out real quickly. There's a strap across the bottom, and I've got a couple of where I bolted it into the front. It took me 10 minutes to take this whole thing out. If I need the whole trailer to haul stuff in, I can take that out. This is my, it's got a little vise over here. Little table vise I can strap stuff off to. This is where I can work on my trikes when I'm traveling. That's what the whole intent of this trailer was for. I got some magnetic holders here. This is my towel holders. Once I get in on station, I can put my towels in. This is screwdrivers and little shelf. I got my little magnetic catcher fan thing I can just stick onto it. Put spray lube, liquid tape, screwdrivers up in here. I built me a little shelf across the back here. This is a 120 volt system. So I put me a plug down in that comes in the belly down here. You can see it down there. Right there. It's a pigtail that comes in. That plugs into 120 volt outside, and I can power this whole rig up with 120 volts. Now what I intend to do is to get me a power supply from a small one, a power inverter that'll have its own internal batteries. It has an inverter, and I can run 120 volt equipment such as a compressor, such as charging up phones, charging up my USB ports. You know, one of those small ones. Harbor Freight sells one for $200 and something, under 300 bucks. A small little, and you get a solar panel that goes into them that you can plug into, and that's going to sit right down there. So I can charge it up with 120 volts coming in the bottom of the trailer. Go on my little 2-3 day road trips. I can have 120 volts, 12 volts, USB, lower voltages, cigarette lighters, stuff all off of one little power unit. I don't intend to camp in this thing. It's a shop. It's a rolling shop. This is going to be for my trikes to be loaded up in and go to cycle cons, stuff like that. If things go as they plan. When I go on road trips, like I'm getting ready to go to Lincoln, New Mexico, I'm going to go ride Lincoln. I'm going to trailer my trikes down there. I'm going to take 2 trikes, my off-road fatty and my TerraTrike. I intend to start going to cycle cons across America, start meeting people, start going out on road trips. Hopefully my YouTube channel grows. I pick up sponsorships. I take this stuff serious. I ride every day, folks, for my health. Made some serious contacts with the Veterans Department. I'm going to be interviewing them on how veterans get trikes, how you get e-assist. You don't have to, but you can. I'm going to interview those folks. I'm on the works of doing that now, and I promise you I'm going to get you some good information. I also have a cousin that runs the White House Hospital for the Army, Lieutenant Colonel Jones. I'm going to get him to get me into contact with people in the VA to help veterans ride these things. Because I'm telling you, if you are an old veteran and you got some stress going on in your life or some health issues, I've got plenty. I'm a testament to riding these trikes and what they'll do for your health and your mental as well. It's not only physical, it's mental awareness and feeling good about yourself, getting out riding these things. So this trailer is going to get me to those events, and I'm going to start really pushing this, my concepts and what I do. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just telling you why I'm doing it. It's to help other guys like me and ladies like me that have served their country, and even those who haven't. You're still good people. You might be older and just wondering, hey, I want to ride a trike. why not a bike? Well, I can't ride a bike, so I'm gonna go out and meet folks and show them what they can do. This trailer is gonna get me there. Now, it's not the only thing I do with this trailer. I make rustic furniture. And not as much as I used to, because I'm in biking so much and YouTubing with the trike so much that I don't really have time to build my rustic furniture. But I do have pieces that I do once in a while. And I got a really tall 7-foot trailer here. Look, I'm almost 6 foot. Look at this. Now there's advantages and disadvantages to getting a 7-foot trailer. My Caravan Dodge is rated for 3,000 pounds. It struggles to pull this trailer. Why? Because of the draft at the top. Let's look at how tall this thing is. Way taller than my van. So from the ground up to the top, that's probably 9 feet. And my pickup pulls it great. But it's got a 327 in it, 4-wheel drive, and it doesn't even know that trailer's only weighs 1,300 pounds empty. I won't pull more than 2,500, 3,000 pounds on it, on this truck with this trailer. It's the wind that hits the front of this flat surface that really slows down the power on my van. This is my van right here. This is under 6 foot tall, as you can see. So you've got another 3 feet or so sticking up up in the air, and it's just too much drag on it. That thing's out of overdrive all the time. It can't. It'll pull it, but it's hard on it. So I don't tend to pull this with my van like I want it to, because the van gets way better gas mileage than my pickup. But I'll take my pickup. So let's go over some of the features of the trailer. This is a garage style spring, just like on a garage door, and it's cabled in over here on the ends. As you can see, same stuff, same technologies on a garage door. It's all bolted in, steel back in there. That's what makes it so easy to pick up the door. Got a spare tire. This is a nice place for it. It's out of the way. Get you a lug wrench. They come with standard little tie-off things throughout the trailer. Not a lot of them. There's a few. There's another one up here by the front door. Has a front door. I'll open that up in a minute. Has a few on this side. So I went with the E-Track. This stuff's pretty cheap. Found the steel stud inside. In the center I went, and it's all tied down in the center, and then I just use anchors on the ends just to keep the ends down. So the main pull here. Now you can't do a big pull on this. This isn't going to hold a ATV in here. It's not rated for that much. But for what I'm going to use, just to tie down furniture, I love these things. The system right here, E-Track. Simply put that in there like that. You just drop this, pull this pin back on the back like this, back, and he locks in. You can do this in several locations, wherever you have one of those tracks. You can drop that down to any position you want. Pretty nifty. I can put it up here on this one right here that's up by my shelf. There's two on this smaller one, and I can drop that in there, and I can have a tie-off point way up in the front, up high. Okay, now you can get them in these small systems like this small one like this. They sell the E-Track with the 2x4 bracket built into the clip, so you can screw in a 2x4 just like I did. You can see another one right up in there. See that? I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me get up in there a little better. I know it's at a weird angle, but this system, you buy these brackets and they snap right into the track as well. It's called a wood beam socket. 2,400 pound weight limit. Now I don't have this rated to what this will hold because I've only got it centered off in the tagged off in the center. For what I'm using, this will work. Okay, so these are cool. Different systems. When I'm hauling my furniture, or like I'm getting ready to move back to Santa Fe permanently by the end of May, all my tall equipment will just, you know, latch off. Now, you don't see one right here, do you? There's nothing there. That's because I put it down on the door. The whole length of my door. When the door's up, that rail will be right here, and I'll have 10 block off from low to high right there. I'll close the door here in a minute and show you how that works. What else did I do? Oh, up here. I've got this stud. I built these studs here and put lights in. This is where my maxi fan air vent's going to go up in here. Right up in here. This is where my maxi air fan's going to go. 12 volt fan. I need to get a sander and finish it off. And I'll cut it in and seal it all up this later this year after I move back to Santa Fe. I'm working on that. I already bought it, got everything. I can't do everything at once. I'm still writing and filming content. I just wanted to give you an update on my trailer. So let me turn on the lights for you. Okay, this light, just part right here, is what came in the trailer. This one right here. All this is extra, okay? All I did right here was open this light up, and right in the back, right here, I spliced into the power here and came over to this residential 120 volt switch. It's rated for way higher than the voltage I'm using, but it'll hold 12 volts. And what that did is it gave me these lights up here. And I did it if this one's on or not. Let me show you up here. See my light right up here. Got these spotlights throughout the rig, and I'll show them to you. But see, it's powered there. It's powered here. When the truck running lights are on is the only time these work. So you turn your lights off on your rig when you're plugged in, these power automatically goes off regardless if you left this on or not. You want that. So you don't forget when you get out of your rig and go in the house, you left your power on in your trailer, it's going to drain your battery. Well, not when you turn the lights off to the truck, it automatically turns these lights off, okay? But I'll power this in off the powered hot side to this light to run my other lights. Regardless, if you shut the lights off on the truck, it's going to shut all the power down in here. I have two 12 volt systems in this rig. Actually 3. I got this light, I got this light, and I'll show you the rest of the lights that I'm working on. And I'll show you why I did it that way. So I've got one flood there, another one up front, and then they're staggered. Instead of matching that one over there, there would be another one there. I didn't put it there, I put it on the next roof truss. Skipped one, and then there's another one back here. So they're centered, they're offset with each other. So I got 4 of those bad boys. That's just for loading and unloading the trailer. When you're out here working and you're tying stuff off. That's not enough light to work in here, like if I'm going to be working on a trike in the middle of the evening, fixing a chain, fixing a flat, I needed more light. So what I'm doing is I drop these lights in up on top. They're already all wired in. There's one on every truss coming forward, and these are bright as hell. Coming down. I've got 3 on my bench here, here, and here. Now those 12 volt, the third 12 volt light system, so that's number 1. This is number 2. Number 1, number 2. The ones up here in the roof are the third system. Why do I need third system? Because that's where the inverter power supply is going to plug into. So I'll have a 12 volt system that's independent of the truck. They're not going to be connected. I'll buy a solar panel to charge my inverter if I'm off grid, or I can plug it into 120 volts. It comes in on the shore power underneath the trailer. Comes right over there on the bottom. So I rigged it up that way. That's the way I'm going to do it. Now, I've seen a lot of guys put a lot of power in these things. I've seen guys use 48 volt, really cool setups off your drill motors. Really neat stuff. I get that, and I might go with that too. I don't know. I haven't bought the power inverter yet, but the power inverter is relatively expensive, and they're pretty cool. So I think I'm going to go that route. I'm going to get me a little inverter that'll run 120 volt, a little power station, 120 volt, 12 volt, USBs, what that 4.5, 5 volts up to under whatever you need to run USB. It comes equipped with that. Cigarette lighter. I can run 120 volt. Up to 15 amps, like a little compressor or something like that. Mostly just to charge up my camera batteries and stuff and my USB stuff that I want when I'm out on the road. That's all I needed. Anyway, folks, that's kind of the gist of it. How much did I pay for the trailer? I'm going to put a link in this video showing you the day I bought this trailer. It was bought down in Anthony on the New Mexico state and Texas state line, real close to El Paso. Fantastic people. The guy that sold it to me turned out to be one of my wife's 3rd or 4th cousins, small state. Good guy. Go watch that video. I'll put a link to this with the day I bought it. It'll tell you all about the specs on the trailer. I'm not going to go into that again. It's 1,300 pounds empty. I don't remember how much she'll haul. I'd have to go back and watch my original video. This thing trailers like a dream. It pulls like a dream. 75, 80 miles an hour all day long. Now, when you load these things, you want to load just forward of the axle a little heavier. So here's the center of your axle right here. You want to load slightly heavy to the front of this axle this way. You don't want heavy back because it'll start making your trailer do the whip. You don't want to load too heavy to the front because it's hard on the truck. It's hard on the, you want the trailer axle to do the work. Slightly in front, about 60% to 40% to the rear. If you obey those loading techniques, you're going to be fine with this trailer. I love the height. The 7-foot height. I don't know what it is at the door. I'd say this is 6'2" maybe to the top of the fold-up door, but in the interior it's at 7 foot up here, damn near. See, I can get in here and work. I can jump up and down. I ain't got no problem doing that. I kind of went retro with the old wood look. I could have got something a hell of a lot cheaper than what I paid for this. That was Harbor Freight 100. It's hard wood. I just wanted the kind of a woodworker like wood. And I love to weld with steel too. So I could have got a metal unit that was lighter on casters. Could have wheeled it in a toolbox. Would have been great. And I may go to that later. I'm trying this out. I kind of wanted that feel. It's the only reason I went with this. I battled with that. A toolbox on casters with the side bench probably would have been better because I could have put more tools in. It's a little stouter. This does have roller bearing drawers. We'll see how this does. If it doesn't work in this trailer, I can use it in my shop at home. So I ain't worried about it. I may go with that roll in, roll out caster system because it'd be easier to get out of the way. Although me and one other guy can move this little thing out quick. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. Anyway, folks, we'll continue the build, and I'll probably do another update later once I get my max fan in and finish lighting. Oh, people ask me, why didn't you insulate the thing? I probably will later. I like to put stuff together and then pull it back apart and then finish it out. If you watch my rat rod build on my old Maricruiser that we put together, everything went together, fit and finish, pulled it back apart, finish everything out, and then put it together and film it as we're putting it together. So everything that I build is built before you see it. I do very little engineering and building and filming it as I go. Some of the stuff you've watched me do is live. A lot of it I've already fitted it up, tried it, worked out the kinks. I don't want to waste a lot of time with a big old long hour-long video. I like to keep my videos at 20 minutes, and it's hard to do, folks, especially if I'm showing you stuff that I've built. I like to explain things because I want you to do it. I use YouTube a lot when I'm working on rigs and doing stuff because I do my research, and I cannot stand people that assume and people that don't give you the information you need because you don't learn anything. If you're going to take the time to make a video, make them clear and decisive. Am I always good at it? No. When I go back and edit, I'm like, why did I say it that way? Or why didn't I say it this way? Or, I said that like 3 times. Why did I say it so many times? So I'm always chopping stuff out. It's just what I do. Please like and subscribe. Watching my stuff and not doing that doesn't help me. I put a lot of effort for you folks into this, and I would appreciate a little bit of effort back my direction. It's so easy to subscribe to guys that make content like this. So I'm wrapping up down here in Las Cruces, getting ready to head back to Santa Fe full time. The next few videos I do down here will be my last ones. I think I may, once my wife retires, we may return to Las Cruces. We love it down here. I wanted to show you the side door before it gets too dark. Look at the sunset, the reflection. Holy mackerel. Isn't that gorgeous? All these keys are matching on this, these 3 locks I got. The 2 at the back and the 1 on the side. All of them the same key, the same. You can buy them that way. Look at that sunset, yeah. Anyway, let's turn on the lights. Shing! Daylight inside. Pretty bright in here. Bright enough to work. Bright enough to work. All the lights. Nice. Running lights all over the place. Pretty cool. Well, I wanted to show you the different. I got a bunch of these. I got like 4 or 5 of these things. And I got these kind here. These straps. Kind of like these. Pretty cool. Anyway, folks, that's it. That's all she wrote. Shut the door up. Okay, I'll put solar lights here. Real easy to install. They go off and on as people walk up on your side door there. Pretty cool. I use them.